Alrighty, so we just got some news. Deutsche Bank, right? Deutsche Bank in trouble. So Mr. Powell and all of the people around the world, are we going to continue this terrible system and keep having banks collapse? And that's currently what we're getting right now. We're starting to get a small pullback. Let's not forget that we got a big pullback the other day when Powell was speaking. And ultimately, after that, we had quite a big rally yesterday. You know, we've had an airdrop, a big airdrop. We've got a bunch of money within the system. And now what we currently have is this flag forming on the shorter time frames. So what we're going to speak about on this show is this pullback. Again, this is a world problem. I don't see this as being a crypto problem. I'm seeing this as being a strength to Bitcoin. I really think that, clearly we can see dominance is looking strong again. And for me, Bitcoin is going to be a huge safe haven. The longer this goes on, the more craziness. I think only but more bullishness. But what we're focusing on today is we're going to be zooming in, having a look at this pullback. What are we doing? What are the major levels? Where are we looking to buy? But the main thing that I'm speaking about is I still see dominance heading towards 48%. I'm still seeing dominance reverse and alt season coming. Now, ultimately, this dip for me is a perfect time to be building our altcoins. I'm going to be showing you my major altcoin portfolio. I'm currently buying $100,000 portfolio as we speak. I'm going to be showing you everything I spoke about yesterday about having your different tiers. I'm going to show you every single tier, what size of my portfolio I'm buying there, and what am I expecting from this next altcoin rip? Because for me, I have to stick to the simple analysis that's repeated itself for a while. Dominance is at a high level and a distribution to altcoins is coming. Hello, altcoins. We know you're still here. You have not moved just yet. And the altcoins is the one that we want. Why? I want to make more Bitcoin. I want to make more Ethereum. So no more wasting time. This is about to be a huge show. Smile. It's Friday. Let's get into it.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click. Enter the sniper.
Banter fam, hope you're having a fantastic Friday. I'm Sheldon the Sniper. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Sheldon_Sniper. Remember to smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. Join the family. We have Sniper School. If you have a look below in the description, you will find a Sniper School link. Click on that. It will send you an email to register. It gives you 3 basic steps to be doing: to open an exchange link, to deposit $100, and to you put in your user ID and you get immediate access. No more wasting time. Let's jump straight into the show and let's have a look what's happening. So we have the futures coming down. So Deutsche Bank's a big bank. This isn't something that's small. So ultimately, what they're doing right now, they're only but destroying banks right now. And for me, the longer this goes, at some point, I think there's going to be a saving. They got it, right? What else are they going to do? They're just going to allow it. Now, yes, us crypto holders, we happy. Bitcoin's holding strong. Guys, would you have thought if you heard these big banks going down that Bitcoin will still be above $27,000? Like, the only thing that shifted for me was dominance turned back in Bitcoin's favor. It's clearly the safe grace right now. It's clearly people flooding within Bitcoin right now and turning a lot of their altcoins there. But for me, I want to remind you again, today's a red day. It's a pullback day. Let's go through the levels, but this is where we drool. This is where we say amazing. This is where I build my portfolios. This is where I prep everything. I get them ready. Ignore the FUD, guys. It's there and it sounds crazy. We need to stick to the charts and stick to the system. If you allow this to mentally fear you out of the market, you're part of the trap. For me, there is showing a life that something's going to be saved on the charts with the stock market. Something. We'll see for now, but let's jump in. Let's have a look. So what? Say again? They always say that they got to. There's no doubt about it. So what we have right now is we do have the futures coming down. They're coming down pretty hard at the moment. We're sitting at around about 31,800 as we speak. We did get rejected from the trend, so definitely downside right now, and probably expect stock markets to continue down for a little while. But as you can start to see with crypto, is you're starting to get crypto to match the percentages of the stock market. Stock market comes down 1%. We used to have a 5% down in crypto. At the moment, we have a 1% 50 on the total market cap. Okay, so you can see the strength of crypto right now, and I'm only but using these dips. I think crypto cannot be stronger right now. I really can't with everything going on. It's especially Bitcoin. It's just giving me more love for the game that we're actually in. And we know, any bounces here, we know what happens to crypto. But for now, the major levels and what I'm focusing on stock markets is I do think it can come test the lows, another 1-2% from where we are now. And there is another scenario where we do go down, 3-4% in that time. Now, this could be a pullback and could be a decent pullback for crypto. Something bringing Bitcoin possibly to the early 26,000s, which I'll go through now shortly. But ultimately, for me, anywhere above 25,000 on Bitcoin is incredibly bullish and is still holding really, really, really strong levels and still opens the doors for a 30K Bitcoin, if not slightly higher. So for me, I'm using this to my advantage, definitely. And the guys that have stayed a long time within Crypto Banter, me watching, we understand what days of this are like, days like this, what they actually mean for us, right? They always do us incredibly well. And I wanted to create a portfolio. And is there not a better day to be doing it than today? And possibly, say again, on a big pullback day. It's not even that big yet, to be honest. What do we have altcoins? What's happening to altcoins at the moment? 2, 3, 4%. Come on, we degens. We used to. Last year was brutal because last year we'll get a 25% in one day from many of them. So let's quickly have a look at the 𝗕𝗃𝗧. Let's see what's happening over there. Small, decent spike. It bounced within the $101 mark. It's still quite far from a higher high at the moment, but definitely a strong bounce at the moment. 10-year yield collapse again. 10-year yield. Look at the 10-year yield. Usually this is very bullish for us, guys, but that's crazy. Big drop off within the 10-year yield. Let's quickly look at total market cap to see where we're at. We are at an important level on the higher time frame for market cap, but look at that, guys. We're still sitting in this little area here. A test here could make sense, but right now you could see how strong crypto is getting. So let's quickly jump into Bitcoin. Let's get a little bit of idea of where we're at. I'll zoom in slightly so we can see what's happening. So we started to basically form this sort of flag. Yesterday was a great bounce within crypto and a really strong, nice push to the upside within Bitcoin. This was good. We had the Powell speech. We brought it up really quickly. And right now, we're still holding, a good amount. Let's actually see the percentage here. We're still 5% from the lows from the Powell speech. Okay, so Bitcoin's holding really good. Now, we just want to see. For me, this is an incredibly strong support. This 26 to 27,000 is a really strong level. I'm using that to buy up quite a bit. I'm still not 100% certain that we do go there now, because Bitcoin just looks really, really, really strong. But what we do have is this trend line on the 1 hour. And if we do start closing below that trend line, it does mean that there is a possibility of coming down to this block. Look how it bounces on that trend line as we speak at the moment. It's still looking so strong. Bitcoin, it's $28,000. It's with all of this going on, it's still looking really good. Late now, but you're present. Yo. Say what's up, guys. Say what's up in the comments. How you feeling? Are you nervous for today? Are you happy? Are you buying the dip? Let me know your thoughts and what you're up to. But ultimately, if Bitcoin starts closing below the 27,800, 27,700 today within the 1 hour candles, expect a little bit more downside. For now, we have still absorbed all of that yesterday, nearly even making a higher high and still holding support. Lower lows, we're still incredibly strong with Bitcoin at the moment. I still see a really strong bounce. If we go to the early 26,000s, I expect a really strong bounce. If we go even slightly lower than that, I expect an even bigger bounce. I still think everything is getting bought up with Bitcoin right now, and the charts are showing it. Look how strong we're basically looking. Now, the only difference that we're starting to see slightly from yesterday is a little bit of an increase in the dominance. Not much. We don't have any higher highs just yet. But we do basically have what we do have at the moment is we do have it coming to the rescue again. You know, everyone jumping back to Bitcoin. It's the safety. And with all of this chaos going on, you know, don't be surprised sometimes if it does jump back. Now, remember, we are getting to the big area of the 48%. Now, the 48% area for me is a rejection area as it stands for the dominance to feed money back into the altcoins. Okay. Now, we didn't hit the exact high. We hit basically close to 48%. And there is an area of us hitting closer to the higher parts of the 48%. So nearly 49%. That's the previous highs that we've been to. Now, it's been a few times that Bitcoin has achieved this, where it's gone to the areas of the 49%. And from that, it always resulted into a good few weeks of altcoins. And yet again, for me, we've been in this now for the last 2-3 years. I'm expecting the same thing as it speaks. The only thing that will change it for me is if Bitcoin rampages to $50,000. Rampages to $50,000, I expect a higher percentage, up to the 55%. But for now, I'm still sticking to the 49%, which means for another day or two, possibly Bitcoin still takes the sunshine. But what I am expecting is this altcoin distribution, you know, where Bitcoin gets distributed back into the altcoins. Because for me, it's also like we're having a whole market push right now with no altcoins. So for me, this is a safety pump at the moment. It's not a full FOMO pump. I don't see retail in here yet. And come on, crypto people love making money, especially the whales. They want altcoins in because they're the ones that all the late buyers in altcoins are the ones that always get completely destroyed. And that's where the real money is to be made, right? So the big liquidations, all these sort of things. So for me, I am not changing. I don't care what is happening on the news. I don't care what's happening there. I follow the charts, and the charts is telling me to get altcoins. Get altcoins because the distribution is coming. We either have the small distribution of this push over here, which is still a big one, or we have the incredibly large one on the higher time frame that comes all the way down to these areas. This is big. This gets to really high levels. And I'm going to be speaking about all the levels on the altcoins. So are we happy there for now, guys? Any areas of early 26,000s is my buy-up zones. Dominance is going up, which means when Bitcoin hits the buy zone, I'm buying the altcoins that I want. Same as Ethereum. Ethereum woke up. I tweeted this morning about Ethereum. Ethereum looks strong. I think when this upgrade and the hype that's about to hit with Ethereum, I think Ethereum is another big one. Are you ready for the altcoin portfolio? Are you ready for something amazing? It's time to make money. It's time to stay focused. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, cool. So this is what I want to show you. Yesterday, I spoke about something and I taught you guys something, right? And I basically taught you, let's just find the chart again there quickly. 𝗬𝗿𝗍𝗍. Yeah, someone's comment, we were late this morning. I do apologize for being late. Technical issues, definitely technical issues. Sorry, I just want to find where this chart actually is. Okay, anyway, I spoke about the different soldiers yesterday. Okay, and I spoke about the different ways. So what I'm doing over here is I'm creating $100,000 portfolio, and I'm basically giving you the understanding of how I'm prepping for this next alt leg. I'm prepping for that dominance drop. That's all that I care about, and this is how I'm basically prepping for it. Okay, I've split it into my low risk, into my medium risk, my high risk, and my very high risk. There is all the tokens, right? Now, what I'm expecting from this portfolio is very simple, and I'll show you over here. I'm basically distributing. And what I'm showing you guys today is dollars, because I know you're still stuck to the dollar for now. I'm going to be training you over the next few weeks about the dollars and making you focus on building Bitcoin, not dollars. But for now, I'll do the dollars. On Monday, I'll do the Bitcoin version. Okay. But basically what I'm doing is I have my medium risk, my high risk, and my high risk. And what I'm expecting from this is I'm expecting between a 30 to 40% growth within this part of my portfolio over here, which is a Bitcoin and ETH. I'll go through that shortly. I'm expecting 20-30% there. They're the big dogs. I think they've moved a lot. I don't think they have that much more to go, but I'll get to the charts now shortly. Then what I'm expecting over here is my medium risk. This one over here, I'm expecting a 50 to 80%. I think slightly more, but for now, I'm expecting a 50 to 80% growth from these tokens that I'm categorizing here. It's so important to categorize your tokens, guys, and I'm helping you with that. Then what I have over here is my high risk. I'm expecting 100 to 150% growth over that part of my portfolio. Guys, this is how I'm prepping everything right now. Okay. Then what I have is my high risk, which I'm expecting 100, 150 to 250% growth. Now, if I believe that this was a full bull market, I would have 1000Xs, 5,000 X's. I don't think it's the full bull market, but I think it's a huge altcoin season leg coming up. Okay, all my money is going to 𝗲𝗏. Oh, wow. So you're not even splitting. Okay, now the way I'm doing this, my $100,000, you can play with $1,000, whatever your portfolio is. And remember, this is not my whole entire portfolio. This is a portfolio that I've built for this. I want to prove the system to you, right? So you can take whatever you want and you can build this portfolio. 30% goes into these two tokens. 30% goes into these. Be careful not to have too many tokens. So if you want to just take 3 or 4 of that in the category, fantastic. I've all basically categorized them more or less in the same sort of area. So 25% will be going in this portfolio over here, and 15% will be going into this one over here. And basically what I'm attempting to do is to turn my $100,000 into $250,000 to $300,000. That's how this category works. And off of the percentages that I'm working with, that's the growth that I'm trying to do. So ultimately, I'm trying to 2 to 3x my entire portfolio within this next run. And I'm trying to double my Bitcoin. Double my Bitcoin is what I'm attempting to do within this portfolio. It could be slightly more. Monday's show, we'll be speaking about the actual Bitcoin. Now, let's jump into the actual chart. So did you guys, I will get a nice little design made for this and I will tweet it. So follow me on Twitter, Sheldon_sniper. You will see the actual diagram and stuff for you guys so you can get a list. But for now, take a photo. Tell me thumbs up or yes, I've taken the photo. I'm ready for you to move on to the charts, Sheldon. So we can start to get an idea of these actual tokens, where to buy them, where we're thinking they're going, all of these sort of things. Okay, I'm going to give you time on each chart to take the photo so that you have all of this stuff. Yes, I'm buying this stuff. It's perfect time for me to build this portfolio. I'm bullish, guys. I'm extremely bullish, and I'm bullish on altcoins. So there we go. Okay, now let's jump into the actual charts. So the first one that I am doing for you guys is I am doing the yellow list, okay, which is my low risk. So let me find my yellow. There we go. Okay, Bitcoin. And what I'm doing is weekly. For me, it's time to zoom out and it's time to run this thing the way it's meant to be. So for me, the only thing with Bitcoin is it is a little bit too far ahead for me to buy Bitcoin right now. So for example, if Bitcoin continues here right now, it falls out of me being able to buy that in my portfolio. The only area I will buy that is 25,000 to 26,000. I will buy the Bitcoin for that specific portfolio. If Bitcoin just decides to run at any point and it doesn't come back to this area, I'm distributing that money into my medium risk or into Ethereum. Ethereum will be the whole part of that portfolio. But for me, basically, I think this run at the moment, I think we tap out with Bitcoin between $32,000 and $34,000. 25 to 26 is my areas of buying. I'm using very simple horizontals here. I do think it can go higher. If that dominance shifts, yes, we're looking at a 50K Bitcoin. For now, I'm focusing on 32 to 34. Let's jump into Ethereum. Ethereum for me is a buy. And it's even more of a buy if this dip can go slightly more to the early 1700s. This for me is definitely a buy. It's not even, Bitcoin's already through this level over here. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum to Bitcoin that's only breaking now at the moment. So for me, Bitcoin, ETH hasn't run at all just yet. We have the hype coming up of the upgrade. So for me, this is a big one. From here, anywhere between the 1700s, I am buying that portfolio. And I'm looking at this get at the first target of 2,600. So $2,600, a 55% growth. Okay, like I said, if I can't get my Bitcoin buys, that whole 30% is going into Ethereum. Of that, if I can't get those buys in time. So this is my Ethereum chart, very basic. I'm not expecting all-time highs yet. I'm expecting 55% within Ethereum as my first target. Now let's jump on to the next one, which is our green box, our medium risk. Green box, here we go. Medium risk tokens, fantastic. My first one is Cardano. Now look at this. In a buy right now, I've loaded up the stuff. I've already bought this, okay? So I've already bought my Cardano. Look at this. It's incredible. I think it can actually go a lot more, but for now, I'm going to work off these basic targets. Cardano is one of my first medium risk tokens. I still think Cardano's around for a very long time. Community is incredibly strong, and where it's sitting at right now is perfect. So for me, my buys are anywhere between this 32 to 36, where we're at right now. I'm in. I'm not waiting for a 5% or something like that. Like, I'm in on this portfolio. And my TPs are between 75 and 80 cents. So I'm looking at 150% growth on the next Cardano push. So Cardano is a big one for me. there's even an option of over $1. But for now, I'm focusing on this over here. And for me, it's in the buy zone. On the weekly right now, it's in the zone. I'm loading up my position. There's no point me trying to fight a 5% or 10% for the entry. The second one that I put under my medium risk is AVAX. AVAX is currently sitting, its all-time high was $150. It's now sitting at $17. So for me, ultimately, this one is great, and it's in my dollar costing and my buying zone right now. It's at the resistance point at the moment. I think Bitcoin's only going to rampage up from here. I still think the crypto market's strong. So I think this gets broken really soon. But ultimately, there is a lower area of between $15 and $17. But I'm buying my AVAX right now. Today, I'll have my AVAX. I'll be having the actual portfolio for you guys on Monday of all of them. The problem is if I buy here, everyone buy same time. Buy over the weekend, buy in your time. And I'll be connecting it to CoinStats. You'll find a CoinStats link below as well if you want a portfolio management system. That's going to help. So AVAX for me, I'm looking at the next push, take us to $50 to $55. So for me, it's a 200% growth is my target for AVAX. Look at the weekly. All that I'm tracking over here is the break of trend. And above these highs is the huge gap until the next resistances. We've seen it many times play out. When there's a huge gap, you get the huge catch up and the huge run. So for me, AVAX, absolutely incredible where it is now. And I'm in. I'm in on AVAX. That's my second token. My third one is slightly less growth, but more safe for me, is MATIC. Okay, so MATIC is the next one for me. As I said, it's already held incredibly well. Look how well this token held in a bear market. It's one of the tokens that has dropped the least, only but been growing, team only but getting stronger, and they've been working hard. I think they've been working really hard in the bear market, and I think they're going to fly in the bull market. But for now, it's at the top of my box. The earlier dollar area would be better, but anywhere between $1 and $1.10 is my DCA. I'm expecting this to go between $1.8 and $1.9. So between an 80-85% growth is what I'm looking at for my MATIC. So slightly less, but more safe in my opinion. The third one, this one's going to rocket for me, is Chainlink. Like there's no better chart right now. I charted it earlier this morning. Now, there is a lower range, but we've hit it so many times. If there is, I would love to add more, the early $6. I don't think we're going to get there, but I'll always leave some dry powder just in case. But what we do have with Chainlink is it's purely in accumulation right now. And for me, we've already touched the bottom range. RSI is only going up now. I'm personally loading up a position anywhere in the early $7 for Chainlink. I do have a little bit of cash in case it goes a bit cheaper. But for me, it's like, I'm not fighting over 5%. I'm really not. I'm really not. Where I expect Chainlink to go from here, I'm expecting the next Chainlink pump to go anywhere between $13 and $15. So I'm looking at 110%. I do have a $20 target too, but for now, I'm focused on the $13 to the $15 mark. For me, 110%. So 100%. And I was looking at Bitcoin. I'm expecting 100% growth over Bitcoin too. So Chainlink is definitely under my medium risk in that category over there. And then the last one that I have is BNB. I think BNB is just a powerhouse. I think it's something to have that's a more safer token. We all know we need Binance, and I think Binance will be here for a long time. They've been handling all the FUD pretty good. CZ, I trust him, and I think he's going to do great things. For me, where I'm buying this is anywhere between the early 300s. So I would count where we are right now as getting to the early 300s. If there's any more, guys, I'm not sure if we are going to have a bigger dip today. Right now, we already are having a dip. Save a little bit of cash in case there is. But personally, I'm buying this dip because every dip gets bought up so quick, and I know the rocket's going to come at any point. So where I'm looking at now is basically between the 300, 320 for my BNB. I'm only expecting this to ride to the late 400s. So I'm only expecting around a 50 to a 60% growth on the next leg, just because it's done so well. It's so well against Bitcoin. But for me, it's a safer bet, and definitely more part of the medium. Now, remember, I spoke to you guys yesterday. You got your gold, which is your Bitcoin and your ETH. And those I leave out in the playing field that, you know, they're protected at home. And what I send out is my medium risk. I send them out to the field. They're still on the field, though. So remember that's where with them, I give them more space, more room. Now we get to the crazy guys, the guys that run in there and they can get you a lot of gold and they can make you a lot of Bitcoin. But it is at the higher risk of your portfolio. And this one for me is the blue box. So here's my blue box. and what I'm loading up in my blue box. Now, remember, I just want to confirm with you guys again, just so that you understand. See it again. 30% in my gold, 30% over here. This falls under my 25% portfolio. 25% portfolio. Okay. First one that we have over here is Fantom. This one I love. This one I absolutely love. Okay. So Fantom, where we are now, it looks like we might get a test of the early 40s, but between 40 and 50 cents, I'm in. I'm loading my portfolio. We have a trend, which we are very nearby and can break at any single moment. I'm expecting Fantom to go towards the dollar. So I do have a higher target slightly of 1.2, but for me, the dollar to $1.10 is my target, and I'm looking at 145% from Fantom. Fantom, I know it's on form. Like, Fantom is absolutely incredible and is one of the most favorites. Oh, you like the portfolio? Amazing, amazing. Smash a like button if you're enjoying this, guys. I need to always use the like button to see what you think of the actual shows. So we have Fantom. This one's great for me. Hasn't run just yet. It's one that finally came out of accumulating, which is good. So remember, what we want to see out of tokens over a high period of time is you want to see the big bear market, then you want to see this range, and then you want to see it finally get out of that range and start the upper side of the cup, right? And you'll see a lot of tokens go through these areas of where they'll come down, they will slowly cup up, and then they go into the higher sort of areas, all-time highs, things like that. Fantom's out. It's out of this range right now. It smashed the higher high. So for me, Fantom's a big one. And like I said, I'm expecting 150% as my target. The next one, so as you can see, I love Solana, but Solana falls under high risk for me. High risk, slightly less part of my portfolio. But for me, definitely high risk, but I do think it's one of the biggest gainers when it gets going. So what we have Solana right now is we have it on this major resistance on the weekly as we speak. As soon as we have any sort of liftoff within Bitcoin or the dominance decides to fall at any point, I'm expecting Solana to catch up, if not explode very quickly. Not only do we have a trend line to the dollar, we have a trend line to Bitcoin too. So what it's basically indicating for us is we're very near breaking to the dollar. But once we get through that trend line, you're going to have Bitcoin supporting it too. So not only are people going to be buying with USDT, you're going to have people turning their Bitcoin into Solana. Solana's big nemesis right now is $26 to $28. After that, you start breaking to real territory. So these are the areas where I'm loading up. I'm loading up anywhere between the $18 to the $21, $22 mark. I don't know if we're going to get down to the lower areas. If so, I'm prepared for it. You do have this trend line to help you as well. But for me, I am in Solana and I'm getting into Solana a lot more. I'm expecting my first target of $55. So anywhere between $52 to $60 will be my first target. That would be this previous resistance over here. And that's 180%. Now, if you go chart-wise and you go where we should go chart-wise, once we through the $45 mark, we should fly to 80 chart-wise. Who knows? There might be news. There might be something. I am looking at taking slightly earlier profits just in case. But chart-wise, we should be getting a 250 to 300% gainer within Solana. Not impossible. Why? Because we were $260. Same team, same chain, same everything. We still believe in it. This was unlucky with the whole SBF and all that sort of thing. So Solana falls under that category. I'm looking anywhere between 180 to 250% gain from that one. THORChain. THORChain falls under high risk for me. High risk, high reward, right? But where are we buying these high risk tokens? Look at this. A whole market reset. All the way where THORChain started is where we're buying it right now. So for me, THORChain is right at the bottom range yet again, which is incredible where we're at the moment. And anywhere between the 1.2 to the 1.4, I'm in. Craig is here. Say hi, Craig. There's Craig over there. So what I'm expecting from here is this is purely still, it's not like Fantom where it's out of the range. It's still in the accumulating range. So I'm expecting THORChain just to go to the top of the range. And for me, that's 170 to 200% from where we are right now. That's all I'm expecting is to 3.2 to the 3.3. Let me actually put that in for you so that you have it. I'll be tweeting a lot of these charts after the show. But that's where I'm expecting THORChain to be going. Amazing. THORChain for me is a buy at the moment, and I'm in. If you want to fight for the 10%, go for it. The next one is Algorand. Algorand, look at this. Full market reset. Absolutely at the lows of where we've been previously before. And anyway, like I said, I was speaking about the possible breakout of the 26s. I have some there. I'm loading up more. Anywhere, the range low at the moment is 17 cents. Let's have a look. 17 cents. So between 17 and 21, I'm in. And what you have as well, if you want to buy the break, is you have this trend line over here. We break through that trend line, boom. So if you want to be a trend line trader, your choice. For me, we're in the range and I'm dollar costing. I'm tired of fighting these 5 small percents. Like, where are these things on the high time frame? Where are they? That's all that I want to know. And what it's showing is I still expect this also in a sideways range, in accumulating range. And I'm expecting this to go to 50, anywhere between 52 to the 58 cent mark, which is around about a 200 to 230%. Now, guys, if Bitcoin goes to 35, the targets are higher. For me, I'm putting these in and I'm sticking to it. I'm there to make Bitcoin. So these ones, like, it may go more and you're going to be greedy and want to hold them for longer. Like, these are my targets and I'm sticking to them. So I'll go, I'm looking at 220, 230. Next one I have is 𝗬𝗏. Look at this. You want to always find, that's a reset of a month. Like, look at that. Come on. You know, you have euphoria. You got euphoria. You got complacency. You have panic. Now where we at? We're currently in that trending phase, right? And now we hit right at the bottom yet again. Run's always been bullish on this. It's turned me bullish on it, actually understanding what they actually do. But for me, anywhere now between the $6.5, $8 mark, I'm in quite a bit. And I'm expecting no all-time high breaks, just to the top of the range, which is 175 to 200%. So it's a nice one for me. And we're at the beautiful range here. If you want to fight the 5, 10%, your choice. If you want to be a confirmation trader, you put this trend line in and you wait for that to break. You know, very simple, but 𝗬𝗏 is in the area of loading up for a decent portfolio. The next one, and I'm sure you guys may be a little bit surprised with the way I'm categorizing. 𝗬𝗏 is high risk for me. Crazy, but it's high risk. So what we have is 𝗬𝗏 full cycle reset yet again. Rand does love 𝗬𝗏. Yes, he does. So what we have is this as well. And same thing, range trading right now, bottom range. So anywhere between the 5 and the 6.2, 6.3 for 𝗬𝗏 is my zone to be in. And I'm expecting 𝗬𝗏 to be going to around $12 to $13, 140 to 150% for 𝗬𝗏. So 𝗬𝗏's definitely in this portfolio and I'm buying it now. Like, I can fight for the 5, 10%. It's your choice, guys. What you will see in a lot of these, if you slightly zoom in, is you will see those trends. So if you have a look at 𝗬𝗏, you want to zoom in. There we go. Go zoom in. At least you know on the very high time frame, you're at the right area and the break of that trend, you're in. So 𝗬𝗏, amazing. Next one I have, 𝗓𝗏 protocol. High risk. High risk 𝗓𝗏 protocol. Look at this. Completely reset at the bottom. Do you guys enjoy the portfolio shows? I hope so. I hope so. Because we're going to be speaking about distributing and let's work together, right? So you can take any part and you can build this portfolio. You don't have to put your whole portfolio in it. You can build it and you can test the system. I'm here to show you how to run money and how to expand when the market needs to be expanded and how to detract. By the end of this, what I want is I want this whole portfolio to only be this and possibly maybe a bit of USDT. But ultimately, all of this will be erased by the time the next pump actually happens, the big pump. So for me, 𝗓𝗏 protocol, at the absolute bottom of the range here. Crazy the levels it's been to. So for me, we do have between 1.6 and the $2 mark is my dollar costing zone. And you have your trend line. The break of that trend, it's right there. It can happen this week. It can happen next week if you want to break the trend. For me, I'm building this portfolio and I'm holding the portfolio in this area over here. So for me, like I said, anywhere between 1.6 and $2. I'm expecting this to go to $6 chart-wise, just to the top of the range. For me, it's a 300%er. 300%er. The only thing that makes you really good in crypto, guys, is your portfolio sizes. The amount of money you're putting into it. That's it. That's why I've helped you guys with the percentages that you should put into these tokens. So 𝗓𝗏 protocol, amazing. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Are you going to fight with me? XRP, high risk. High risk. Now, XRP volume has come in. It's incredibly strong. I will be putting some XRP in this portfolio, but it is high risk. So lower percentages. But right now, it's got huge interest. Not only has it broken the weekly trend, looking strong, it's breaking and retesting right now. Where more do you want to load up? So I don't think XRP goes much lower than 40 cents at the moment. So between 40 and 44, 44 is probably my max. I'm loading up the XRP position. I'm expecting XRP. Okay, I do have a smaller target, which is smaller, of around 65 cents. But knowing XRP and how it moves when it does get going and it breaks out of these phases, I wouldn't be surprised that this does get to the 80 cents to the 90 cents mark. So for now, I'm leaving that as my target. If we get to the area of the 60 cents and we look pretty weak or we look like we're slowing down, we'll take some early profits. But I'm expecting around about 100% from XRP. So XRP definitely in my portfolio. And it's one that looks incredibly strong. Next one, high risk, Mama Sniper. I think Theta is low risk for Mama Sniper. I think it's the only one. It's probably got more Theta than Bitcoin. It's a trading token. So this right at the bottom, reset at the moment. For me, Theta is the buys now between the 80 cents and the dollar mark. We're at the dollar right now. I'm in. If I want to fight for that extra, like I said, 5, 10, 15%, I'm in on this pullback. I'm buying Theta. I'm looking at Theta make its way towards the 2.7 to the $3 mark. I'm looking at a 300% gain from Theta. I'm holding strong. I love this token. Not in a sense of like love. I know what this token does, and I've traded it many times in these markets. And it's a very fun token. It's a very fun token to make Bitcoin, to make dollars. It's a very great token. And we still love the team. Okay, are we ready? Smash the like button. Are you ready for the high risk? Are you ready for the degen list? Okay. Well, again, while I'm taking a sip of water, hold on. While I'm taking a sip of water, I'll put this on again. Just wet this, man. 2 secs. While I'm taking a sip of water, have a look again. Percentages. Okay. Now, be very clear what the percentage is for this one. High risk, highest risk. Now, guys, you might have your own tokens. And end of the day, if you're choosing different tokens to this, just categorize them and structure it properly. And make sure you got an exit route for them. Let's jump into the high risk, 15% of this portfolio. Okay, first one, ZIL. Zilliqa, highest of risk. Where it is right now, my buys are anywhere between the 2 cents and the 3 cent mark. I'm in. But for me, I'm expecting ZIL to get to 80 cents, 8 cents to the 10 cent mark. I'm expecting a 250%. It's at the bottom. It's reset now. Looking fantastic. ZIL is the first one. Second one that I'm getting into is VET. VET, I've been speaking about many times. I am putting it at my highest risk. Definitely am. But for me, bottom of the range, my buys are anywhere between 1.8 to 2.5 cents. I'm in now. I'm buying on this dip. I'm expecting this to get to the 5 to the 6 cent mark. So for me, it's a 200 to 250% gainer. Okay, let's start getting to the bigger ones. I spoke about this many times. I'm dollar costing, perfect retest. The zeros are there, guys. I'll put this here. Quickly take a photo of the zeros. But it's basically between 0.0012 to 0.0019. Okay, it's PBX, Paribus, big one for me on KuCoin. I'm expecting a 400% on this move. This one, I'm expecting a 50x over 2 years. I am, but for this move, I will take profits on it. I want to bank as much Bitcoin. So PBX, still for me, it's coming to retest now. I love this token, the team, all of that, like, it's great. So PBX is the first one. Second one for me is Scallop. Now, I know we're going to say, okay, slightly less percentages. We thought on Scallop. Scallop for me is still a 40x over 2 years. So it depends on how long you want to hold. It's at the bottom range right now. And I think it's going to go slightly higher. But I'm looking at Scallop make its way towards 70 and 80 cents, which is a 270 to a 350% gainer for me. It's at the bottom range right now. I am loading up anywhere between 16 and 20 cents. Personally, I probably have over $80,000 in Scallop personally on my other portfolio. So I have a lot of Scallop. Next one for me, Nakamoto. I spoke about this many times. We have the current. There's a lot of guys that are in early. You own from 5 cents. You're still 5x up from when I told you guys in November. But what we are forming here is the flag. And for me, this is the flag that takes us to the higher levels. I'm looking at Naka make its way towards the areas of 80 cents to $1. My 2-year hold is a lot more. I'm expecting us to get back to $4 to $5. So that's way bigger when it comes to the higher time frame. But for me, I would wait for the possible. So you're either going to load the early 20 cents mark in the areas here. If it's a very small part of your portfolio, DCA now and wait. Like that's very simple. If you want to scalp it, early 20 cents, cool. But we also have this wedge. If we close out this wedge between this week, next week, I'm in. I'm expecting a 200 to a 300% on that move. So if it goes to $1, it's closer to the 300% mark. But 80 cents is where I'm already TPing out and starting to get out. So over 200%. The next one that we have over here, okay, I jumped slightly, is Super Farm. For me, bottom of the range, accumulating beautiful right now. And if you go off the simplicity of just the chart, I'm buying now anywhere between the 8 cents and the 12-cent mark. I'm dollar costing into this token. I'm seeing this go back to 60 cents. That's what the chart's showing. Once we're through the areas of 20 cents, there's no resistance all the way to the 50 cents to the 60-cent mark. This for me is a 400% that I'm looking at Super. So Super is one of my favorites within this run. Then what I have over here, 𝗏𝗏 Games. 𝗏𝗏 Games, big one, completely reset. I'm buying on this pullback anywhere between the 3.5 and 4 cent mark. I see this going towards the areas of the 16 to the 20 cents. It's a 400% for me, 𝗏𝗏 Games. Gaming, you can see it. Gaming. Okay. So I like gaming. I'm in gaming. I just control the percentages on my portfolio that I put in there. Now, this is one that I heard Run speak about. Many of us have been in. I've been in it for a while. It's 𝗏𝗏𝗃. So 𝗏𝗏𝗃 for me is at the bottom of the range. And we heard there's a couple of Bs going there. So 𝗏𝗏𝗃 for me, when I hear the Bs are going there, it's definitely one I want to be in. This one, I'm expecting a 200% back towards the 20 to the 25 cent mark. Arbitrum, give me till Monday. I'm building a BTC list, which will be slightly different to this. Arbitrum is there. I'm trading this bad boy on the smaller time frames. Where is it? Where is it now? Okay. 1.48, 1.5. Amazing. If you bought with Run yesterday, you'd be doing really well. So 𝗏𝗏𝗃, guys, he's on that list. Next one that I have is 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃, bottom of the range right now. I'm DCAing anywhere between the $3.20 to the $3.60 at the moment. I'm expecting this. This is a smaller target of 170. If it decides to wake up and Bitcoin does go slightly higher, we can be looking at a $15, $16 PYR. But for me, I'm happy with 150, 200% from this bottom of the range. I'm DCAing in. I'm very happy. And then what we have is 𝗏𝗏. So 𝗏𝗏 I've been speaking about a lot. It's even cheaper now. So I'm dollar costing even more. And this is the early 80 cents. And this one, I'm looking back to $3 as the next major test. Could go higher, but we know there's Bs there at the moment. We know there's lots happening with the chain. I'm very happy with 𝗏𝗏. And that for me, the $3 is where I'm buying now. I'm holding, and that is the next target that I'm looking at. Guys, if you enjoyed the show, smash the like button. Remember, on Discord, you will find all of this. So we'll make sure all of this is loaded. All the single charts, the diagram, everything will be on Discord. And I'll be tweeting some of the charts as well. If you like this and enjoy it. Yeah, Sniper School. Join Sniper School. I did speak about it in the beginning of the show. But join Sniper School, guys. The steps are below. Just click that link. They'll send you an email. And from that email, you will get all the steps. Come join me. Isn't this stuff fun? So how about we learn about it every day? Have a fantastic day. Much love to you all. And I'll update you all. If there's something big happens on the weekend, I'll do emergency stream. For now, prep your portfolio. Get everything ready. Know what you're damn doing. Know the percentages you're doing. And get ready. That's all you got to do for now. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you all on Monday. Much love, Banter.